why to waste your time on books? Last but not the least, videos show real things. Want to learn cooking, fix something, or tire time? Watching someone doing it in a video is much more easier for learning than reading instructions given in a book. Before the conclusion, I really want to ask you all and my fellow readers that don't you use apps like ChatGPT, Googles for your daily
You have to remember why books still reason supreme. To begin with, reading stimulates imagination. When you read a book, your brain creates the picture. You create the character and the settings, the emotions. In contrast, videos will feed us everything, leaving little room for creativity or critical thinking. Secondly, reading improves concentration and vocabulary comprehensions. It strengthens our cognitive abilities and help us to become good communicators. Studies show that people who read regularly have longer attention spans than those who video watch. Moreover, books give a depth. A documentary might summarize history in 10 minutes, but a well-written book deep dive with details, perspectives, and finally, books allow personal pace. You can highlight, pause, or reread that a video cannot fully capture. So yes, books are good. Thank you.
Wonderful, unbelievable presentation. A huge round of applause for our wonderful speaker. You have truly given us much to ponder. Echoing the sentiment of our friend. The man who does not read has no advantage over the man who can read. Now, I would like to call upon Neha to share her opinion about today's competition. So, ma'am, kindly come upon the stage. Now, here's the time for the outcome. As everyone knows, it is a part of all type of competition. And so here we have the result of the event. And for this, I requested respected Father Vice Principal to come upon the stage and untie the suspense of class 7, which is desperately awaited, and say few words. Over to you, Father.
Good morning, teachers. Good morning, students. It was really wonderful to be here. Sometimes senior students, they go high level, juniors, playful. But these are the classes, 6, 7, 8 years old. They are very serious about the business. And teachers will agree with me. After 2 minutes, after the bell going, and almost exact time you have stopped. And your language, the flow, the competing spirit was so good. So it was really encouraging and you have done very well. So let's give a big hand to them. I'm very sure that these are our own teachers. I'm sure you had a little yes, tough time. But I believe in your fine sense of judgment and you have done fair well for them. So let's give a big hand to the judges. Very different to the family. And they are the same family. Very good. I also thank and congratulate teachers. You have really selected a good topic which makes them to reason out, think and to act. And you have prepared them so well. So let's give a big hand to the teachers. Let's give a hand to the teachers. And also to my students who are helped the teachers, who are busy with that, keep doing that. Give a hand to the children who are supported. When I look back, when I studied and when you study, there are one more differences very much easy to get understood. When I was in school, there was not a single child with specs. एक भी बच्चा नहीं था चश्मा के साथ. और आज today some classes I think 30 plus students have the specs and that also like the soda classes so big you can't say anything just because everything is only the reason you don't watch a lot of videos. Maybe one two may have medical issues, other than that, it is just because of the issue. Yes, boys, should I come? What did ma'am teach you right now? Then, as ma'am said, books never react to you, but you become a good friend. If you know anyone who reads book, they will be very calm. They know how to respond. And they will never give you they will give you books, like ma'am has told you the books, but they will be waiting and I'll get back. That will be the precious thing they store in their cupboards. And make friends with books, because that teaches you a lot. And videos, surely nowadays, this is your time, we have to be. But remember, don't get into the web of this video. You can be anytime digitally arrested, you can be fooled, you can be frauded. Be smart when you watch videos, and especially when you upload your reels. Watching video can be still okay, but when you make your own videos, you start uploading, you can make danger. So avoid doing that without maturity. And one point to the contestants. Most of you said the respected father principle, where is principle? This is the biggest problem with our students, no sensitivity. Every time I will be sitting there and they will be there and say, other principle, vice principle. It's not there only. When the person is not there, you don't have to say. So you need to be very smart. Every one of you, anywhere, next time you are in the program, sometimes our principal may not be there. So you don't have to take it seriously. The person who is there, you address them. Both of us are not there. Respected judges, teachers, and my dear students. And try to avoid spending more time in salutation. Spend more time in proving your point. Understand? So let's see the result.
Now the most awaited part of today's event, the result declaration. The third position goes to
I see. Congratulations, I see. God bless you. Bless from the word.
and the second position goes to
Anselm.
children. Any guesses for the first position? Yes, it's none other than Siddhi Sharma.
All the students come for a photograph. Judges will join us.